Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where now that we have finished the second case of the game, we are about to start the third case of the game. Okay. Let's see, episode 1, episode 2. So now we are on episode 3, The Adventure of the Runaway Room. Okay. London, 5th Avenue. So now we're officially going to be in London. That's cool.
Glancing over my records of the late last century, I am faced by the events of a certain bitter winter. A murder in a carriage as it sped through dense London fog in the dead of night. Though the victim and the perpetrator were the only ones inside, there were multiple witnesses to the crime itself. However, none could have imagined at the time that such a seemingly obvious case as this would end in such a horrendous manner. My friend, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, once said of the incident,
I believe that perhaps that case was indeed
the prelude. The beginning of a long concerto that impressive Japanese student and I were to play together.
Wait. How could he have said that if Watson's dead? I'm so confused.
Amazing. Is this really just a railway station?
Railway station or not, I've never seen such an enormous building before.
And look at all the steam locomotives. This country is incredible.
I feel like I'm dreaming.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
So, where to?
Oh, hello.
Climb aboard. I'll take you wherever you want to go.
In that case, the Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
My pleasure. I suppose you're visiting students from abroad, eh?
Yes.
Thought so. Well then, I hope you enjoy your stay. And welcome to the centre of the world, Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
Interesting. That was all very interesting. Ooh, fancy. Are we inside of a clock tower? Huh. Okay. February 18th, 9:21 a.m. First of all, it's fascinating just to see their depiction of what old London, England looked like. And the way that they had to be inside that little carriage thing was interesting. Oh, wow. It's so cool. Plus, their accents are... It's interesting because it's like they have the British accent, but underneath, I could tell that they probably... Maybe the voice actors, they told them either... They either picked voice actors who were... I don't know. Like, it's like I heard another accent underneath the British accent, basically. So it's like they got actual Asian actors who have maybe an authentic Asian accent, and then they have them put on a British accent, so then you still heard like the mixture of the two. I mean, that's what I heard at least. So I think that's pretty cool, and I think that's really authentic. I'm actually really curious about that. Unless they're, I don't know, Americans who somehow know how to create a mixture of the two. I don't know. That was really cool though. Let's see. British Supreme Court Lord Chief Justice's office. I think this is a really cool office. It looks like they're in some kind of clock tower or something, and then the suits of armor and like I don't know. I feel like Edgeworth would be either really annoyed by it or he would actually really like it. He'd be like, "Oh wow, this is perfect for me." All right. Oh, this music reminds me of. Oh, this sounds almost. This sounds almost identical to something I've heard in a Professor Layton game. Yeah. Very short. Like maybe even the Professor Layton and Ace Attorney crossover game, it sounds so similar. I guess they just borrowed from it. They're like, yeah, we can just reuse it. So I wish I could do their voices justice, but I'm just gonna stick to what I've been doing. It's fine. It's fine. What an incredible place. It's so imposing. It's almost suffocating. This place is breathtaking. It looks like a fortress. There are some stone buildings like this in Japan now, of course. But they've only been built in the few short decades since we opened our borders to the outside world. An authentic example like this has quite a different impact, wouldn't you agree? A far cry from the wood and paper most of our buildings are constructed from. Yeah, that's cool. What the difference in style is. It's certainly unfamiliar. But I think there's more to the differences than just construction materials. What is this place again? This is the Lord Chief Justice's office, Naruhodo-san, in the Supreme Court of Great Britain. The Lord Chief Justice. We had instructions to report here at this time, if circumstances were different. We were supposed to let the Lord Chief Justice know that we had arrived from Japan. Aww. Instead of getting a Sogi, now they're gonna have Naruhodo. But Kazuma can't. No. So instead, we are here in a different capacity. As envoys to report the news of Kazuma-sama's death. Yes. And having delivered his or her message, an envoy's duty is done. So, we'd have to return to Japan. If we want to remain here in Great Britain, I have to take Kazuma's place as the law student selected for the study tour. Yes, which means you need the requisite qualifications as a lawyer. Which is what I've been studying for. Here in Great Britain, it is the Lord Chief Justice who appoints lawyers. So that's the second reason why we're here, to have you officially recognized as a lawyer. It's the only way that we'll be able to remain here in London. A lot of pressure. I hope I'm up to scratch. Okay. Oh, good morning. Sorry for keeping you. Don't know who this is. Oh, hello, sir. He feels like Damon Gant. Oh my gosh, is he gonna turn out to be evil like Gant, or is he just gonna be a mentor of sorts? He has such an imposing, authoritative figure. Oh gosh, I have to give him a British accent and lower my voice and sound super manly. Oh boy. Oh. I trust you aren't too exhausted after your long voyage from Japan. It seems I'm 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 47 seconds late. My apologies. That's really late, though. Like a whole hour. And looks like he's obsessed with time, considering he's in a clock tower and looking at his watch. So, actually, no, look at his outfit. Doesn't it seem very, like, clock-like? What is his name gonna be like a time pun as well? Oh, no, no, don't mention it. We're never happier than when we're standing around with nothing much to do. Oh, Ryunosuke. How fortunate. Strongheart? So, introductions. I am Male Strongheart, Lord Chief Justice of the British Empire. Male doesn't sound like a British name to me. Sounds more like, I don't know, German or Austrian? I could be wrong though. Male? Was it Mel or Male Strongheart? I mean, Strongheart obviously is kind of a punny name. I don't know. I'm trying to get male. I don't know. I guess he's a man, a manly man. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Ugh, and I feel like a little mouse under an elephant's foot. Come on, Mr. Naruhodo. Don't be a mouse. Oh, It's an honor to meet you, Lord Chief Justice Strongheart. I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo from the Empire of Japan. I am Apollo Justice and I'm fine. That's like the vibe I get from him. I love it. Well, Mr. Naruhodo. Welcome to London, the capital of our glorious British Empire. Yes, thank you. Okay, converse. I don't think we can examine. I would like to, but I think it's a little impolite to do so, so let's talk to him. So, what are your impressions of our capital so far? How do you like London? Oh, help. I've been so nervous ever since I got here that I can't remember a single thing about the city. It's simply splendid, isn't it, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh? We had a wonderful view of some of London's streets from the carriage on the way here from the station. Everything is so impressive and grand. I must say, I'm almost lost for words. Is he gonna be mad that she, is talking? Because I'm feeling already like he ignored her and was only addressing Ryunosuke. So the fact that she's speaking, I'm worried. Because of the stupid sexism back then, you know? Okay. Alright, I was worried that he's gonna be a jerk. I'm glad to hear you like it. The city boasts tramways, piped water and gas, even cables supplying electricity. We spearhead every revolutionary new technology in the world. Every visitor to London is astounded. Well, I hate to break it to you, but not too long from now, y'all are gonna lose that spot because Japan takes over in regards to technology. Them and China, but it's mostly Japan now, I think. Oh yes, astounded is the word. Thanks for saving me there, Susato-san. And everyone seems so jolly and full of vigor. Yes. There's much excitement about the upcoming great exhibition we will be hosting here in London. Great exhibition? Cultural and technological achievements from around the globe
are to be exhibited here in our great city. It will be the greatest spectacle of its kind in history, and will make Paris's World Fair look like a toy shop.
Oh yeah, I do remember hearing that Paris used to host like a world fair. I don't know. Do they still do that, or have they stopped many years ago? Gosh, I can hardly imagine how magnificent it's going to be.
Great Britain's capital city is nothing but magnificent. London is the center of the modern world.
Uh-huh.
Even if you do say so yourself.
Yeah, a little arrogant, right?
The sun will never set on our great empire.
Again, hate to break it to you, but y'all are gonna lose a lot of your power and influence.
Perhaps it is fate that in these progressive times, we welcome visitors from the land of the rising sun.
Excuse me. Alright. Let's talk about this issue that we're gonna have. Hopefully, Naruhodo can convince him.
Lord Chief Justice, I think you were expecting a student of law for this study tour, weren't you? Absolutely. A Mr. Kazuma Asogi, if my memory serves. That's right. The British government has already been telegraphed a full report on the situation. I understand the young man lost his life aboard the steamship bound for our shores. That's amazing. The news reached him before we even arrived. My country naturally extends its deepest condolences to yours. Oh, thank you. And you honored this appointment specifically to inform me of the news.
Well, he looked at her. Yes. We are here in the capacity of envoys from Japan to report the sad news in person.
They tell me you Japanese are people of protocol and courtesy, and I see that it's true. And it is with some regret that I must inform you that the death of the young lawyer means this study tour arrangement can no longer proceed.
If you would just hear us out, Lord Strongheart.
What do you have to say, madam?
It's about the study tour. Mr. Naruhodo here would like to make a proposal.
Would he now? Well, Mr. Naruhodo. This is it then. The moment of truth.
Okay. Please, sir.
The thing is, Lord Justice, Lord Strongheart. I was wondering if perhaps you would consider allowing the study tour to go ahead. Don't misunderstand me. Britain would ideally like to see the tour go ahead. But without a lawyer from your country, there's nothing to be done. Well, in that case, what if there was someone else? Another lawyer from Japan, I mean. Is there something I don't know? Only a single lawyer was invited to Great Britain from your country. And that was Mr. Asogi. At least that is what I've been led to understand. Well, the thing is, this really isn't going well at all.
Yeah, you have to admit that you stowed away.
I just can't seem to find the right words to say to this man.
Mr. Nadahodo!
I could ruin things here if I'm not careful. What am I going to say? If there is someone else here from Japan who could be described as a lawyer, it's...
This is an actual choice? We can't say Susato because you know they're gonna be sexist about it. You can't say there's no one, so you have to say it's you. So, yeah? I mean, that's all I can think. I'm gonna save here because I don't want to have to replay through all of this in case I get it wrong. Okay. Let's go back. I'm pretty sure you have to say it's yourself.
It's me. I can do it.
Is that so?
I mean, I don't actually have any qualifications as such, but...
No qualifications, you say? And yet you still claim to be a lawyer?
I have acted as a lawyer in court before. Only once, as it happens. And I had Kazuma to help me, and I was the accused, but glossing over the details. I've been spending every spare moment on the journey here to Great Britain studying. I've learnt all about British law and court proceedings while I was on board the SS Burya.
The voyage from Japan is some 50 days, I believe. Not what you might call a full education. To become a qualified lawyer here in Britain, not only do you need a university degree in law, you must also complete several years of training.
I realized it's far too short a period of time, but I can't just go back to Japan. Kazuma, Mr. Asogi's journey had only just begun. Coming here on this study tour was all he thought about. I have to carry on and do everything he planned to do. I know it must sound like I have an overly inflated opinion of myself, but I would do anything to prove that I have what it takes. Any test you care to set me. Just one chance. That's all I'm asking for. Please. I'm curious what happened if you say Susato. But I'm also very sure it would not go well. I'm actually very curious. So what I'm gonna do what I never do. I'm gonna save here. And then I'm gonna load. Hold on. Load. Because I'm curious. Hold on. It's Miss Susato. Honestly, she does qualify. It could probably only be... Yes, Miss Susato. Uh-oh.
An unusual introduction. But I presume you mean this charming lady beside you. You're a lawyer, are you?
That look she's giving me. After all the days of hard work she put in to help me study. I can't let her down now. I think that's quite enough joking, don't you, Lord Strongheart? My real answer is... It's me. Okay, so that's how they do it? Okay. Okay, I was just curious. I'm not gonna bother with that, though. Yeah. So you don't even get penalized. Alright.
31 seconds.
Sorry?
Your opening statement there, Mr. Naruhodo. It was 31 seconds long. Not too brief, not too protracted. A perfectly judged appeal, I would say.
He's weird. Okay, he's obsessed with time, clearly.
Which is a skill that would stand you in good stead as a lawyer.
Oh, thanks.
So, you're willing to put those words to trial, are you? Well, I'm all for entertainment.
Huh? Entertainment?
Uh-oh.
But let me ask you one thing first, sir.
Yes?
You say you intend to do everything Mr. Asogi planned to do. Are you firmly set on that path?
See, this is where I'm suspicious. Some of the ways that, like, Asogi was acting and things he said led me to believe he had a mission, right? Other than just being a lawyer and representing Japan, I'm kind of concerned that he also had something else that he had to do, like something not so legal or something bad, you know? So I'm a little concerned because, like, he has a sword, right? So in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, does he intend to kill someone while he's here? Is he like an undercover agent kind of thing? Like, is he actually gonna act as a cop in some, not a cop, but you know what I mean? Like I felt like he had some other bigger purpose behind everything. And maybe this guy knows what it is and that's why he's saying this. But the problem is, of course, that Naruhodo never got the chance to find out what that was. So he's agreeing to something without even knowing what he's agreeing to. I'm a little concerned.
Well, yes, that's my intention.
I see.
Am I imagining things? Or did his expression just alter a fraction there all of a sudden?
Yeah, something else is going on, dude. I think you're gonna be in over your head. I'm just mad that that whole time they were traveling on the ship, Asogi didn't tell him. Like he kept bringing it up and like hinting to it, but he never actually told him whatever it was. Oh boy.
Very well. You have your wish. I'll give you a chance. A test to become a specially certified lawyer. Whether you pass or fail is entirely down to you.
Really?
Okay, what is it? Do I have to go straight to a trial? Because I was actually expecting... Because the first case was just a trial, the second case was just investigating. So I thought this one would be the traditional case where we investigate and then have a trial. But what if the test right now is him just throwing him into another trial? That would suck. Will we ever get a normal case in this game?
So, what form will the test take exactly?
Tell me, Mr. Naruhodo, what do you consider the role of a lawyer to be?
Well, defending people, of course.
Well said. So, let's have you defend someone.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Your timing is perfect, in fact. There's an apt trial about to begin later today.
Uh-oh.
No advocate has been appointed for the defense as yet, so this will be welcome news.
Today?
Straight away?
If you manage to secure a verdict of not guilty, you'll have passed my test. What could be simpler?
How do I get myself into these situations?
Well, at least you're not the one being accused of murder this time. That's a minor improvement. I mean, 3 times in a row would have been a bit much, right?
Well, could I ask, what sort of trial is it, Lord Strongheart?
Yes, good question. Ah, I remember. It's a murder trial.
Of course. Of course it is. I would have loved it if it wasn't, but oh well.
A murder?
In extremely simple case, I understand. You really can't lose.
That's easy to say.
But I should mention, just in case, if the defendant is found guilty, he will, of course, be sentenced to capital punishment.
Capital punishment? He'll be put to death?
Here in Great Britain, murderers are sent to the gallows without exception. Presumably, you read that much in your short sea-based introduction to British law.
We can't possibly agree to such a test. We would be toying with a man's life.
I am the Lord Chief Justice, and I've decided it's acceptable.
But you can't do that, can you?
There's no need to overcomplicate this. All you have to do is ensure that you don't lose.
Roof.
So the defendant may live or die depending on how well I perform in court. If I lose, he'll be hanged.
Mr. Naruhodo, you've come to me claiming to be a lawyer.
Ugh.
If you want me to take you seriously, you need to prove you're willing to do a lawyer's job. And you say you intend to see through the will of your compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would like to understand just how far you're willing to go in order to make that happen.
Yeah, because I'm very sure you're gonna have to go very far later in order to do that. So I think this test is definitely for a reason, you know?
He's testing my resolve.
What's the matter? You've fallen silent. I'm sorry, but time is pressing. The trial begins shortly. I need an answer from you now. What's it to be?
What do I say? Do I agree to this absurd test?
The I won't do it? I'm like, do we get like a bad ending? I'm curious about that too, but I'm not gonna do that again. So let's just say I'll do it.
Alright then. If I have to give you a decision now, my answer is... I can't do it. I can't get the words out.
15 seconds. Your decision making needs work if you want to be a lawyer. That was too slow.
Ugh.
So, it's as I suspected, is it?
Sorry?
You have noble intentions, but lack the resolve to see it
Through? Is that what he said? That auto whatever. To see them through. I didn't even press the button. It just went right to the next one. That's kind of annoying.
The test is cancelled. Thank you for stopping by. Go and acquire your ticket for passage back to the east tomorrow. This conversation is over.
Oh, damn it. Come on.
Yes, Lord Strongheart. Thank you for offering me a chance.
Mr. Naruhodo, I can't believe you wussed out. So, this is the character development that needs to happen. I thought it had happened already because we saw the moments when he went from saying yes to saying objection or whatever. But, I mean, it's clear he's not fully ready yet.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sato, but what could I do?
It's all right. I understand.
You do?
It's not an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances. But resolve has absolutely nothing to do with it.
What are you trying to say, madam?
I think what Mr. Sato means is that no matter how badly I'd like to be recognized as a lawyer and stay here in Great Britain, to risk another man's life by treating his one and only chance at a trial so trivially would be utterly unforgivable, and I feel exactly the same way.
Oh, okay. So this is where they're going. I was wondering. That's interesting, though. And actually, I like that because it shows the dignity that they have. That no matter how desperate they are, that they were not willing to risk another man's life. And I think that's a good quality to have. Hopefully, he'll feel the same way.
I'm sure the defendant won't see this trial as a test, as some kind of experiment.
Interesting.
A lawyer may fight for his clients in court day after day, but for each one of those clients, the particular day they stand in the dock may be the only chance they have to fight to prove their innocence. No, I was wrong. I'm not qualified to do that job yet. I'm sorry for wasting your precious time, Lord Chief Justice.
Hey, props to you guys. Okay. I still think for character development, he does need to gain some more strength because you saw how, like, hesitant he is. But at the same time, I do think this is a nice show of his character, him and Susato. So, you know what? I like it. I like it a lot. Hmm.
Wait, Mr. Naruhodo.
Maybe he'll give them another test and it won't be a murder case, which would be so much better, in my opinion. We finally get a break from a murder.
Oh, was there something else?
It's approximately 20 minutes by carriage to the Old Bailey from here. If you leave immediately, you should still be there in time.
But I just said that.
I was quite serious in what I told you. The defendant in this case has literally no one to advocate for him.
What?
At this point, he can't hope to find someone to represent him. The trial will begin without a defense.
Oh, okay. That changes things, right?
And if that happens, there's only one possible outcome. He will receive the most severe sentence the judge can pass down.
But that's awful.
But that is the truth.
Why does it have to be like this?
Please don't expect an answer to every question. The cold, hard truth of the matter is that there is only one person now with a chance to save this man from a very miserable end. And that is you.
Come on, you gotta step up.
I'm really his only hope?
So, what do you say now, madam?
Me? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart?
You said it wasn't an easy decision to choose whether to defend a man in these circumstances, and I agree. But in my estimation, it is purely and simply a matter of resolve.
Oh,
Our time is up here. I have a meeting to attend. I must leave in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So, venture into our great city and enjoy yourselves.
he's gone. The Old Bailey. If we're going to do this, Mr. Naruhodo, we must leave at once.
Okay. I think this is a good place to leave this episode. Ooh. I like it. I like the tension. I like the, the fact that they showed their character and saying no, but now they really feel like they have to do it because they really, they feel bad for this person and they know he needs help. So they're going to have to do it. And it's going to be rough considering we didn't have time to investigate. But okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm excited for this case. And until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.